Alright, so this is my last video on solving trig equations. This is one way where you have a little bit of context, there's a little bit of background, but don't get thrown off by it. That information is just there to try and throw you off. Just remember to yourself, it says trig equation, I need to solve it, I need to get the sine, x, t, whatever it is on its own, and then process it the same way I have with any other question. So let's take a look at this. So we have the arms on a wind turbine rotate at a steady rate. The height, h meters, and I'm going to highlight that bit there, of a point A above the ground at time t seconds is given by the equation h equals 8 plus 4 sine t. Calculate the height of point A at time 30 seconds. So a lot of the time it will give you a little diagram like this. 9 times out of 10, it's kind of pointless. You don't really need to look at it. It doesn't really give actual much information. Just focus on what each letter represents. So we know that h is our height and t is our seconds. So when I read question A, the first thing I need to ask myself is, what do I know and what don't I know? So we are told that time is at 30 seconds. So I know instantly that my t for time is 30. Got that straight away. And then it's asking us to calculate the height. So the bit of information I don't know in this question is what h is. That's a little bit which I have no idea about. So I'm going to take my equation and I'm going to put everything in that I do know, and I'm just going to leave the letters which I don't know. So I don't know, don't know what h is, so I'm just going to leave that as h. And said h equals 8 plus 4 sine, and then t we know is 30. And then looking at that, I've got everything known on one side. So all I need to do is just take a calculator and just put that in. So that's the benefit of just identifying what you do know and what you don't know, because it makes life really, really clear if you can just put the whole thing in the calculator. And when I do that, it just comes out as h equals 10, and it'll be 10 meters. And that's it. So then question B, I've got find the 2 times during the first turn of the arms when point A is at a height of 10.5 meters. So again, reading through that, we're told the height is 10.5 meters. So I'd make a note of that. H equals 10.5. And then it is asking you to find the 2 times. So I don't know what t is, and it is already telling me I've got 2 answers for t. So it kind of reminding you that you're going to need to find that second answer. So I take that information and I put it into my formula. So now with my formula, I know what my h is, so that's going to be the 10.5. Then I've got 8 plus 4 sine, and I don't know what t is. So now I need to start rearranging it to get the sine t on its own. So I'm going to take away 8 on both sides. So I've now got 2.5 equals 4 sine t. And then I divide by the 4 on both sides. And while I'm at it, I'm going to swap the sine t to the other side. And I could simplify that, make it a little nicer, but I'm not going to bother, don't really need to. So I've got the sine t on its own. So now I need to go to my cast diagram, so I need to draw one out. All silly Tom cats. So sine t, that answer is positive, so I want to tick everywhere where sine is positive. Sine is positive at A for all and at S for sine. So I just need to find out what my x is as normal, and then my other answer would be the 180 take away x. So that's what I'm going to do. So my first answer for t, in fact, actually I should be saying t instead of x here. So t is going to equal the sine inverse of that 2.5 over 4. And so when I put that in my calculator, that comes out as 38, and I'll just round it to 2 decimal places, 0.68. And because it's in time, I'm going to write seconds, because it's not an angle, it's talking about time here, but it works the exact same. And then that's one of my answers, or my other answer would be that t equals 180 take away the 38.68, and that's going to be 141.32 seconds. So the idea is basically the exact same, it's just in a little bit of context, but the key thing is for each part, figure out what you do know and you don't know, because the moment you do that, it makes it really clear whether you can just plug the whole thing into a calculator without any faff, or if you need to begin rearranging it and then solving it, drawing out that cast diagram. So let me know if you have any questions, and good luck with the work.